Hey guys, so today we're going to be installing all the things necessary to get your Chromebook, Debian, Ubuntu, or Linux Mint device ready to start coding some Java through Android development. So the first thing we're going to be doing is downloading JDK. This is basically the foundation for all Java-based applications. So we do this by going and hitting the logo in the left-hand corner, searching terminal, opening up our terminal, and entering sudo add apt repository ppa web upd 18 / java. And don't worry if you didn't get all this down, it's all in the document. Now hit enter. It'll ask you for your password. Now this is just the password you use to log in and log out of your Ubuntu, Debian, or Linux Mint device. If you don't have a password set up, I suggest you go here to the system preferences and set one up. So I enter my password, and I hit enter to continue. Now what I need to do is set up the rest of the download. So I do this by saying sudo apt get update. So now we actually begin the real installation. So we do sudo apt get install Oracle Java 8 installer. Okay, so for me, it was already done, and it says that it was already installed. Sorry about that. But for you, it'll probably ask to accept some licenses, hit OK, and make sure you do all that. So I have my JDK set up. Now, the next thing I need to do is get Atom. Now, Atom we're going to be using for building web-based connections to web servers and other things like that, so we can get cool stuff like map info, and we can update this without having to recreate our app every single time. So the way we do this is also from the terminal, and we say sudo add apt repository ppa web upd 18 / atom. So I hit enter, and now we do sudo apt get update, sorry. And now we go to the installation just like we had done before. So sudo apt get install atom. And this should finish your installation. If it asks you for a yes or a no to continue, make sure you hit Y. Okay, so once you get your cursor back and your installation is done and it says setting up Atom, you're ready for the next step. So we got JDK, which is the foundation. We got Atom, which is what we're going to be using for tying our application to the web. Now the next thing we're going to be getting is something called GitHub. Now, GitHub is this co-working application where you can you can share code and work collaboratively with others on projects. So say like I start a project and I wanted you to work on it, I would just upload my first few files on GitHub, and then you would clone that project into your GitHub client on your laptop, and you would just add a few lines of code to that. We're going to go into more detail in the next few videos and the next few classes. So the way you do this is also the terminal, and you go sudo apt get install git. Make sure you enter your sudo password again, as discussed earlier. Now, once you're done installing Git, we're going to exit the terminal, open whatever browser you have on your Ubuntu machine, which for me is Firefox. Sorry. And now we're going to be downloading Eclipse. Now, Eclipse is the software you're going to be using to do most of your basic Java work and learn the different hierarchies in Java, such as what is a class, what is an API, and how we can add these together to make a coherent Java application. You will then take these skills you learn in Eclipse and apply them into your Android applications. So go to www.eclipse.org. Click on Getting Started, download, download again, and you should see the first one at the top that says Eclipse IDE for Java developers. That's the one we want. We don't want any of these other random ones. We want the one for Java developers because that's what we're going to be doing. So make sure you download the version for your computer. Since I have a 64-bit laptop, I'm going to be downloading the 64-bit version. So I click on that, click on the link with the country name of where it's being downloaded from, and I'll just say save file for now. So as you can see, we finished downloading Eclipse. So now what we're going to be doing is installing GIMP. So we go back to our terminal and we do sudo apt get install GIMP. Ask you for your password again. And GIMP is the application we're going to be using to do all the photo manipulating and stuff to make our icons for our apps and to make the background screens and other things that we need in our app. Okay, so now once your GIMP installation is done, we can close the terminal and we're going to start installing Android Studio. Now, Android Studio is where you're actually going to be putting all the resources together, where you're going to be getting the web data from Atom. You're going to be using the Java algorithms that you learned how to make in Eclipse, and be using the icon images you created in GIMP, and putting them all together to create your application and running them on emulators given by Android Studio. Now, these emulators allow you to run your apps on your computer without having to have an Android device. But if you do have an Android device, all you need to do is plug it in and let it run. So to do this, we go to the Android Studio website. So developer.android.com/SDK. So basically, like when you go to the website first, you have a screen like this. Make sure that you don't click this because this isn't the latest version or the version for this laptop. Go to other download options and ignore the top one because the top one says SDK tools only. We want all packages. So the one that says all Android Studio packages, this is the one we're going to download. So it says Android Studio IDE for Linux. That's exactly what we want. So we hit that, agree to the terms, and we save this file. So once your Android Studio download is done, let's go to the Downloads folder in your browser. Click on the Android Studio file, and it should open up in this file extraction page. So extract it to your desktop, and make sure that it's your desktop because this is necessary when getting the file later. So once the instruction is complete, make sure you click Show the Files and see that the files are in the desktop. And then you're ready to begin the setup of Android Studio, which you do by going into your terminal and navigating into the studio files by going dir, cd desktop, dir, cd Android Studio, dir, cd bin, and now what you need to do is dot slash studio.sh. So you should get a screen like this after about a minute, and then it should turn into the Java setting file for Android Studio. Make sure that it's got a valid directory to Java, and it should do it right away. If not, make sure you check stackoverflow.com for where it might be located. Click next. Just hit next, knowing that you're going to be creating a virtual device to be able to run your apps. And next to set up the settings. Accept the licenses for all the different pieces of software that you're going to need. And when you click finish, it's going to launch the installation. So my screen kind of froze up, but this is the screen you should get at the end saying it has installed everything. Make sure you hit finish and you should get a screen saying welcome to Android Studio. So that's done now. Also, make sure to right click on the Android Studio icon and hit pin to launcher to let it stay there, and also do that for the terminal. So that pretty much does it for the installation. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks for watching.